Directors, I would like to welcome you to the 83rd Annual Banquet of the Delaware County Athletes Hall of Fame. My name is John Leary, and I am proud to be the president of this organization. I get to thank, with my opening remarks, many people, and I would like to start with our program sponsors because they enable us to do a lot of things with this organization. Ernell Construction, Cerulean Associates, Team Toyota of Glen Mills, Oliver Heating and Cooling, Frank Corris, Monroe Energy, Chester Water Authority, and Michael Sandwich Shop. These corporate sponsors enable the Hall of Fame to provide 6 college scholarships to our deserving high school athletes. Our sponsors and full-page ad donors will be posted on our website for 1 year, and we are grateful for everyone's generous support. Our membership is $20 yearly. Some of you may want to get involved after you watch what goes on here this evening. Just go to our website, DELCOHallOfFame.org. You do not have to be an inductee to join. Many members are not. You will receive a ballot and vote for future inductees. And while I'm talking about that, I talked to a couple people outside. They wanted to know how this induction process works. And it starts with someone nominating you. You have to be nominated. Hopefully someone would approach you, ask you if it's okay if they nominate you, get a list of your accomplishments and awards, and then they go on the website and submit it. It's all done electronically. We've moved into the 21st century. It's a good thing. My next person that I'd like to thank is Nick Cirilli. Over there, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank him for his tireless efforts in securing our sponsors and putting this affair together. If you look around, this just doesn't happen. It's not by accident. Nick Cirilli, one of the reasons these things go as well as they go, it's nothing to do with me, it's him. Because he established a few years ago what's called our 2-minute rule. And I am under the 2-minute rule, and so was everybody else that's going to come up here and speak. The 2-minute rule is be bold, be brief, and be seated. That's it. As an old history teacher, he loves to remind me that the Gettysburg Address was 2 minutes long and 275 words by Abraham Lincoln, so it can be done, right, Nick? Okay. I would like to thank all the board members for their efforts and their time. I would like to especially thank our banquet organizers, Ron Anderson, who unfortunately cannot be here tonight to enjoy that. He had emergency surgery, but he's doing okay. Gary Becker and Teresa Dunbar for their many hours and flexibility. 325 people, it's a tough thing to put together. Many thanks also to our selection committee, the people we're going to honor this evening, of Gary Becker, Jana Law, and Seth Bruner, especially Seth for bringing us into the 21st century. As I said, everything's done electronically now. Lastly, I would like to thank you for your support and loyalty to our inductees. There's nothing better, in my opinion, there's nothing better than having your family and friends enjoy and share your success. And now I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our award winners this evening. Our Andrew McMurtry Memorial Award winner, Joe Johnson. You did that well, Joe. The Robert Finucane Memorial Achievement Award, Bernadette Murphy. You too, Bernadette, that was good. Coach of the Year Award, John Beeger. And this year's Delaware County Athletes Hall of Fame inductees. And I did this alphabetically. No men, women, I just did it alphabetically so we don't get in any trouble. I got in trouble before. Jennifer Black, Tricia Julene Bruner. Steve Coyne. Got that Marple connection going here, huh? Yeah. Michelle Thornton Ebers. Robert Hines. An old bulldog. We won't hold that against him. Tammy Worley Kirby. Charles Kirkland. Unfortunately unable to attend this evening, but we still honor him. Jameer Nelson. Mary Quinlan. You got your own cheering section over there. Wow. Reggie Robinson. Steve Warrington. Another bulldog. Larry Yabre. Accepting for Larry is his daughter Micah. And another inductee, unfortunately unable to attend, Jennifer Ziegler. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would ask you for a moment of silence for our departed members during the last year. Thank you. I would ask you to now rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd now like to call Reverend Cartwright up for the invocation. Sharon Hill, a Navy guy here. We got Army and Navy. We got all kinds of things going on here tonight.
Let's pray together. Let's all bow together. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this occasion that we could celebrate these special people. We thank you also for the memory of these that we have just a moment ago remembered. We ask you, dear Lord, tonight that you would work and bless the time around the table, enjoying the conversation. Bless and help and strengthen the families of these who have received these awards. We thank you for the food. And thank you, Lord, most of all, for the gift of your Son, Jesus Christ, whom you gave to die on that cross for us and rise again. We rejoice in him. We give you all praise, all glory. In his name, amen. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you will all enjoy your dinner, and we will continue the program afterwards. Thank you very much. Let's get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue with our program. You could have a seat, get started. Please remember to support our sponsors. We talked about them before, especially Ernell Construction, Cerulean Associates, Team Toyota Glen Mills, Oliver Heating and Cooling, Frank Corus, Monroe Energy, Chester Water Authority, and Michael Sandwich Shop. Our organization started in 1939 as the Delaware County Old Timers Association. In 1956, the DELCO Athletes Hall of Fame started, becoming the first such organization in the county, and by my research, the oldest organization of its kind in the state of Pennsylvania. Since 1956, there have been 1,300 inductions. I added them up. Roughly 20 a year. If you think about all the high school athletes in this county, the number in the thousands yearly, you are in select company being honored this evening. There's an old saying that heroes are remembered, but legends never die. Today, a new group of legends will become members of our prestigious organization. We have a tradition around here that we started a few years ago, that the winner of the shortest acceptance speech, I told you the Cirilli 2-minute award, but the winner of the shortest acceptance speech gets his or her choice of a cheesesteak or hoagie at Michael Cirilli's Hoagie Shop. That's a true story. We'll give you the okay. You tell you want to use my name, use Nick's name, and you get your award. So we're trying to move this thing along. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Special awards: Andrew McMurtry Memorial Award. Joe Johnson is the current, okay. Joe Johnson is the current president of the Springfield Athletic Association. I saw you guys taking pictures back there, that's the whole crew, which he joined in 1988. His accomplishments include initiating the first T-ball and soccer programs for boys and girls in the Springfield community. He also expanded youth programs for young girls in the township, very important thing to do, who before that time were limited to minor intramural programs. He currently serves as the president of St. Kevin's CYO, where he was lauded by the Pennsylvania State House of Representatives and received the Cornerstone Award. At St. Kevin's, he established the Teen Incorporated and has served as Region 25 Baseball Commissioner and was the baseball coach for the Regional CYO Board of Directors. Another proud acknowledgement was when he was awarded with the name plaque. Those of you who are familiar with the old Central Volunteer Memorial Wall in Springfield Township. He continues to work tirelessly for the youth of Yeadon, Alden, and Springfield, and is proud to be named the recipient of the Andrew McMurtry Memorial Award. Please welcome Joe Johnson.
Thank you. I didn't realize they did all that stuff. Anyway, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Steve Crow wrote my speech, so I'll be up here for about 2 hours. I told Steve I only get 2 minutes, but I'm truly honored to receive the McMurtry Award. It's not bad for a Yeadon boy, huh, McMenamin? I would like to thank Steve Crow and my daughter Kelly for working so hard to get me nominated for this award and for the board to accept me and give me this great honor. I'd like to thank the board also for this great event tonight. It's a lot of hard work goes into doing these things, and I really appreciate it. I'm really honored to have my mom with me. So my dad, we lost a couple of years ago, would always say to me, he'd hold up that Daily Times edition of The Wall, and he'd say, "Hey, how come you ain't in here?" Well, I'm here tonight, Dad. Sorry about that. I'm overwhelmed by the turnout of my guys from the SAA. Just thank you so much for being here. If it wasn't for Bobby Farrington 35 years ago, I don't know where I'd be. But the good news is, J.R. Shin, I beat you. Spending 35 years doing all these things and volunteering and all that comes with a lot of heartaches, and my kids were great. They were with me all the way, every step of the way for us. But, and I couldn't get through it without them. But the special honor goes to my wife, Linda, who has been there for all this and everything that we do. So thanks, Linda. I get up here to get these things, and
You're actually amazing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Joe. At this time, Teresa Dunbar, she's around somewhere. We're going to pick the 50-50, and I have the proceeds here, $270. We ran out, so I have to tell Seth Bruner about that. We ran out of. All right, the winner, 4741548. We have a winner? I'll do it again. 4741548. We have a winner? Come on up. I just want to see. You got that? Let me just see. You do not get to make a 2-minute speech. Thank you very much. We don't have you on the program. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Good try. All right. Our next award, the Robert Finucane Memorial Achievement Award, is going to be presented this evening to Bernadette Murphy. Bernadette became an ASA, American Softball Association umpire in 1973. She became a PIAA umpire in 1985. She umpired the PIAA championship game in 2008. She has umpired in the elite umpire program. In 2005, she became an NCAA umpire, officiating Division I games. She has umpired in various men and women's Delaware County softball leagues throughout her career. For many years, she donated her time to umpire in the Daily Times Champs of Charity Tournament for Cancer. Bernadette's a member of the Indicator fraternity, which is considered the highest level reward program for USA umpires. She has also umpired internationally in China, and in 2013, Bernadette was the first and still only female umpire inducted into the ASA of Pennsylvania Softball Hall of Fame. In addition to umpiring, Bernadette became a PIAA volleyball referee, and from 1986 to 2016 became a U.S. rowing referee. She has also been a District 6 Deputy Youth Commissioner for the American Softball Association for over 36 years. My pleasure to present Bernadette Murphy.
Thank you. Thank you, DELCO Hall of Fame Board of Directors, especially Ron Anderson, Teresa Dunbar, Nick Cirilli, and President John Leary. Thanks to the members who voted for me, and congratulations to all my fellow honorees. I am truly honored and humbled to be receiving this award. not only for the recognition of my accomplishments, but because it is named after a sports writer from the #1 newspaper that followed my officiating career, the Daily Times. Although I didn't know Bob Finucane personally, there were reporters like Rob Perrant, Terry Toohey, and Harry Chaikin, who regularly reported on my games and career. Like this esteemed organization, they told the stories of our lives. My origin story is much longer than 2-minute time frame that we were allotted, and no way could I list all the people who I should thank for the help they gave me along the way. I would surely get the hook. I am blessed to have my family and friends here. Some of the terrific umpires that I have worked with through the years are here tonight. My family, my brother Frank, my sister Dawn Marie, and their families, the Widmers and the Murphys. Lastly, my biggest fans, my husband Mike, my daughter Helen Marie, and my granddaughter Patricia Rose. All have been very helpful and supportive during my journey. Thank you.
We love you, Bernadette.
Huh? More? How's that? Because of these film loop things, they told me that I have to kill 15 seconds in between honorees. So that's what that's all about. Our next special award winner, the Coach of the Year, is John Beeger from Radnor High School, lacrosse coach. Coach Beeger coached the Radnor High School boys lacrosse team to the PIAA 3A state championship in 2022. It was their second straight PIAA championship and third overall. His team went 24-2 during the season, swept the Central League and District 1 titles, and was one of the top-ranked high school teams in North America. He has coached Radnor since 2007 and has accumulated 239 wins over that span. Previously won the PhillyLacrosse.com Co-Coach of the Year, as well as the Eastern Pennsylvania Lacrosse region of the USA Lacrosse Hall of Fame Award. Being a humble man, he's been quoted as pointing out the success of these teams happened because of the players, coaching staff, and administration of Radnor, and he was just lucky to be a part of it. I think there's more to it than that. Coach of the Year, John Beeger.
Thank you, John. I want to thank the board, the committee, everybody that put this together. From the moment I got called months ago about this award, your enthusiasm, your passion has been unbelievable. I felt like I won the Heisman Trophy, and I wasn't a very good football player, but this is so first class, and thank you for all that you've done over the past few months to make this so special. I'd also like to congratulate the class here being honored, and some of which I knew well before this event was coming, and overall just the bios are super impressive. I look at myself and feel lucky to be up here. I'm a one-hit wonder compared to those resumes that are being honored today. So great to be here. And I'd like to just thank a few people in the back there briefly. This doesn't happen without my wife being there every step of the way. This is 17 years, and she's equal to any success I've ever had. My daughter Grayson is here. My other two kids were out of town, and she's been her dad's biggest fan. Our athletic director is here, Mike Friel, who has always had my back. and our coaching staff back there. Without them, not much happens at Radnor. So thank you guys for all that you do. And then lastly, growing up and going to high school in Delaware County, reading the daily news, sports section like it was the most important subject that I took, I had a great appreciation for Delaware County sports. The best of the best were the athletes in Delaware County. I saw that firsthand coming all the way through, so to be honored today is awesome. Thank you very much. Very special moment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, two of our inductees were unable to attend due to previous commitment, Jameer Nelson and Jennifer Ziegler. So we will handle their plaques accordingly. Our first inductee to this year's class, Jennifer Blatt. Jennifer is a 1988 graduate of Pencrest High School, Lions, where she earned the following: All-American honors in track and field as an elite javelin thrower. She was a 4-time All-Central League selection, undefeated as a team member. Now, I want you to pay attention to this one. Undefeated as a team member for 8 consecutive years at Pencrest High School and Moravian College. That's impressive. She holds the Delaware County High School relay record for javelin over 23 years, and it's still in existence. 2-time PIAA state medalist in 97 and 98, and was a District 1 champion in 1998. She was also a multi-time All-DELCO selection in high school and All-Conference choice in college. She was a 2-time medalist in the javelin at the PIAA championships for Pencrest and qualified for the NCAA Division 3 national championships on 3 different occasions. She was a bronze medalist in the javelin at the Penn Relays. Her teams at Pencrest and Moravian never lost a meet and never failed to medal in the javelin in 4 visits to the District 1 championships. She was also inducted into the Media Area Hall of Fame in 2003. Please welcome for induction, Jennifer Blatt.
Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It's a small miracle that I ended up here, given that it took 2-3 phone calls to my cell phone and then 1 to my dad to get me to answer it. So I'm excited and honored to be a part tonight. I'd like to start off by saying what an honor it is to be inducted with such an amazing group of individuals. Thank you to my brother John for the nomination. And I see how a couple of my other inductees had gotten emotional, so bear with me. John, I can't even say enough thanks for getting me to where we are today. To the committee for their hard work in putting this event together, what an amazing night tonight. And to the members for their votes. Thank you to my parents, John and Donna, for all the years of love and support. They never missed a track meet. Didn't matter where it was, didn't matter what time it was, how long it took, they were at every single one. And I'm pretty sure my dad still has a record of what the weather was that day, what the throw was that day, and I'm sure that he'll share that with my girls. Thank you to the family and friends that came out tonight, especially my wonderful husband, Jared, and our 3 beautiful girls, Mackenzie, Olivia, and Emma. Thank you to my high school and my college coaches, Larry Simmons, Bob Campbell, and Doug Pollard. But tonight, a special thanks goes out to Bob Singh, who put a javelin in my hand at the first time at the age of 12. Without him, I wouldn't be here. The years of coaching that he gave me provided me years of great memories and a love for a sport that I will cherish forever. So Bob, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody.
problem. Straight. This way? Yeah. Our next award winner, Julie Bruner, basketball, Cardinal O'Hara. How you doing, all right? Okay. Were you the one who was, were you giving the baby when I called you? Were you a nurse?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you a great story here. I forgot all about this. What I always do is when we select who's going to be inducted, I personally call them up because I think that's the right thing to do, and talk about the organization and congratulate them. And I think I called Trish the number, and I left a message, and then she called me back, and I asked her what she was doing, and she told me you were delivering a baby? Maybe that's somebody else. I don't know.
That's Michelle.
That's Michelle. Okay, I'll tell the story when you get up here then. Excuse me, I'll tell the story again. It was pretty good. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, here we go. Hey, you got to break some eggs and make an omelet, right? Trish is heralded as one of the greatest players in Villanova women's basketball history. In Trish's illustrious career, she is currently third all-time in scoring with 1,659 points, second in three-point field goals with 275, and 11th all-time in assists with 385. Her teams made the NCAA tournament 3 times in 4 years, advanced to the Elite Eight, and won a Big East championship. She was the Big East tournament's most outstanding player, including a game-high 18 points in Villanova's upset of the University of Connecticut. I'm sure at that time they were number 1, right?
They sure were.
I thought so. She won the Big East scoring title, set the then record for three-point field goals in a career, and scored 30 points in a game. Did you ever see a shot you didn't like? Never. Okay. She was 2-time All-Big East player, only 3 players who have ever made this team twice. She was drafted by the Washington Mystics in the 2003 Women's NBA Draft, and she was inducted into the Villanova Hall of Fame in 2018 and recently had her jersey retire. Trish Julie Bruner.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, John, and thank you to Nick Cirilli and Gary Becker for this amazing event. Thank you to the Board of Directors for including me in this. I'm so very honored to be a part of it. One of my first basketball memories ever was when Annunciation Intramural Sports was no longer giving out t-shirts. Instead, my dad bought me a Villanova jersey, and every day after that, I went out in the backyard and I pretended like I was backcourt mates with Michelle Thornton. So come full circle to us being here tonight together and being inducted as athletes together is really, truly so special to me, so special for the Thornton family and for my Villanova family. I see Harry, who refuses to look up, Dino, Lynn, Kath, and Court. It's so special to be here tonight celebrating with all of you. And to my family, my parents, Peg and Rick, Aunt Nance, my brother Jeltz, and then my husband Chris, and my lovely kids, Christopher and Maggie. I'm so happy and honored, and I hope you guys all have a great night tonight. Thank you.
Trish, you might be in the...
Minute 12.
Yeah, you may be in the running right there. I'll tell you, that was a good one. All right, our next inductee, I got a few stories to tell, and I'm not allowed to tell a lot because he'll hook me. But Steve Coyne is going to be inducted, multi-sport athlete. It's the third member of the Coyne family. His brother Bob was inducted a couple years ago, and his sister was inducted, Jen, she was inducted right after that. And I have some news. They pulled me over to tell me that the grandfather, now listen to this one. His grandfather is named Whitey Coyne, and his birthday is today, and he was born the year that this organization started in 1939. Wow. There you go. Stand up. Take a bow. There you go. That's something. Small world. Everything aligned for that one. All right, Steve Coyne, 1984 graduate of Marple Newtown High School. He's an outstanding multi-sport athlete, playing football, baseball, and indoor track. His achievements in these sports earned him numerous awards and recognition. He held a single-season record for touchdowns with 25 and a single-season rushing record with 1,992 yards. And I was coaching high school football when he was playing, and I can attest to the fact how good he was because we're still trying to tackle him. His football honors include the 1984 DELCO Athletes Hall of Fame Athlete of the Year and the Daily News and Daily Times Player of the Year. He's recipient of the National Football Foundation and Hall of Fame Scholar Athlete Award for performance and academic achievement. In baseball, he was a two-time first-team All-Central and a two-time All-DELCO selection. Played collegiately at Duke, where he was special teams captain and special teams MVP his senior year. Help me welcome Steve Coyne.
Thank you to the Hall of Fame Committee for hosting this event and those who voted for me. I'm grateful to receive this honor. Congratulations to all the other award winners and inductees. Thanks to my parents for their support throughout my life. I'll never forget my mom driving me to Little League tryouts and encouraging me to believe in myself when I lacked confidence. That had a big impact in my life. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for your advice when I was being recruited to play college football. You were a big help during that stressful time. Thanks, and happy birthday. I was exposed to sports from my older siblings at a young age. A big part of that exposure was losing to my sister Jen in basketball, my brother Jeff in golf, and my brother Bob in squash. I learned a lot from competing with them, and I believe I'm standing here riding their coattails. Another reason I'm here is the success of the 1983 football Tiger team. Thank you to all my teammates, particularly the offensive team, including Ron Luongo, Carl Powell, Bill Fritsch, Tom Nagel, Mike Delvecchio, Chip Mathis, Paul Rowe, Ed Fordyce, Greg Jester, Anthony Penna, Joe Papa, and Tony Lero. Bob Koenig was the head coach of that football team. Coach Koenig had a huge impact on my football career. He motivated me to be the best player I could possibly be. Thanks, Coach Koenig. Thank you to my high school baseball coach, Ray Johnston, who started me the second game of my junior year after not starting me the first game. I just appreciate that he gave me the opportunity to play. Participating in sports is a gift to me. Sports has taught me the importance of good work ethic, how to persevere, and that teamwork is the key to success. Lastly, I'd like to thank everyone at tables 7 and 8. I'll try to get through them real quick. My parents, my siblings, Beauty, Emmanuel, Letitia, Brian and Erica Coyne, Louise, Aunt Louise and Fury, and did I mention Erica and Brian? And then Ron Luongo and John Peterson, Bill Moran, and finally Lisa Kazanjian. I love you all. Thanks.
Congratulations, buddy. I tell you another little story. They grabbed me, that's coin table, they grabbed me, and his aunt and uncle came, now this is hard to believe, they came from Switzerland. You talk about making a drive, they came from Switzerland to see him get that award. That's pretty impressive. Okay, now our next honoree, I'm not going to screw this up this time, I'm going to get it right. Michelle Thornton Ebers. So as I was saying before, I make calls to all the inductees to talk to them and tell them congratulations and everything. And I called her, left a message, she called me back, and we got talking and all, and she said, I'm a pediatric nurse, was it? Whatever. So she said that she was helping to deliver a baby. I said, oh my God, well, good for you. Not only are you a great athlete, you also do those things. That's good. All right, Michelle graduated from Archbishop Prendergast in 1991. There's an oldie but a goodie. Not you, Prendergast. And was inducted into their Hall of Fame in 2016 for her basketball talents. She was one of Villanova's all-time greats in women's basketball, earning Rookie of the Year honors in both the Big East and the Big Five. She was selected to the All-Big Five team 4 times and the Big East once. Scored over 1,260 points, held 409 assists, and 385 rebounds with 214 steals. She was inducted into the Villanova Varsity Club Hall of Fame in 2011. She started 107 games over a 4-year career and played in 111. She shot over 33% in three-point goal attempts and over 34% in overall shooting attempts, and was the team's captain. You never met a shot you didn't like either, then, huh? Wow. She was the Big Five Rookie of the Year in 1992. First team All Big Five, 3-time All Big Five second team, All Big East rookie team, and second team All Big East 1995. Villanova won 158 games during her career, including a 19-9 record her senior year. Please help me welcome Michelle Thornton Ebers.
That is a true story. I was a little busy that day. But anyway, I wanted just to say good evening. First of all, I would like to sincerely thank the DELCO Athletic Hall of Fame organization, all the board members, and the board of directors for putting together this fantastic evening. Secondly, sincere congratulations to my fellow Hall of Fame inductees and award winners, especially to my fellow Raider, Wildcat, and friend, Trish Julene Brunner. Next, I would like to thank all our sports journalists for remembering me and for honoring my accomplishments throughout my journey as a basketball player, starting with my years at Archbishop Prendergast through my years playing for Villanova University. From the bottom of my heart, I can't put into words how grateful and appreciative I am to all those who have supported and influenced not only my basketball career, but also to those who had a hand in helping me succeed in the various sports I have participated in throughout my life. To all my influential coaches at Annunciation, Mary Beth McNichol, Archbishop Prendergast, Don Seminara, and Lou Oliva, numerous summer leagues, my dad, AAU, Mr. Keffer, Mr. Cleary, and Villanova University, Harry Peretta, and Tom Thornton. Thank you. To my teammates who pushed me every day, ticked me off at times, and then picked me up when I needed it the most. I truly could not have done it without you. To the fans, those who cheered me on, even on my worst days, and celebrated with me on my best, I appreciate all of you. And lastly, to my family. Mom, Dad, Tommy, Carolyn, Chris, Matt, Michael, and Andrew, you all have been my biggest support system. You have all pushed me to be my best. Thank you to my sister-in-laws, Beth, Katie, Erin, Lauren, and Rachel, Aunt Kath, Aunt Jude, and to my, and to my great friend Mike Pecco and Uncle Raj, and the whole Nova squad here today, especially Dean Kennefic and Lynn Ty and Helen Prada.
1,000 thank yous is not enough. I am so humbled and appreciative that I can share this moment with you, Eric. Our kiddos, Alexis, Kayla, Kelsey, and little Eric. Thank you again, Hall of Fame crew. This award has made all those late nights and early mornings worth it. Thank you.
Well, we got a lot of Villanova flavor here with those. Yeah, I hear you. Had a good year this year, too. All right, our next inductee, Robert Hines, football. Born in Chester and started his sports career at St. James, another Bulldog, playing multiple sports. He was selected to the 1968 All-Catholic football team and second team All-DELCO in football. Was also a member of the 1969 Bulldog Southern Division baseball team. He was awarded the most valuable athlete in St. James in 1969. He then went on and attended the United States Military Academy at West Point, where he received numerous honors. He was selected as a preseason top 20 super sop by Playboy magazine in 1970, and he was named the MVP of the 1972 Army-Navy football game for his 172 yards rushing performance and honored as a Chevrolet Offensive Player of the Game. He excelled in boxing as well and became a 3-time heavyweight champion at West Point, and he had the honor of sparring Muhammad Ali in a publicity picture at West Point. You're lucky you didn't fight him.
That's all right.
I know. It would have been bad. As a dedicated officer in the United States Army, Bob graduated from both the Ranger and Special Forces officer courses and immediately became a Green Beret and became a commander in Germany. My pleasure to introduce Bob Hines.
Thank you, John. It was always great to have an offensive tackle like John blocking for me, and that's why he's so good looking and I'm so ugly. It's truly humbling to be here along with so many deserving inductees. I'd like to thank the committee for the nomination and the hard work that Nick, Teresa, and Ron have put together for this banquet. I appreciate my wife for giving up a vacation in Florida to be here. My sons Mike and Bob coming from Texas, and stepson Matt coming from Hershey. Mike, who's a vice principal at Houston's largest high school. Bob, currently a NASA astronaut, recently returned to Earth after completing a 6-month mission to the ISS while serving as the pilot for the SpaceX capsule Freedom. My stepson Matt, who recently retired from the Derry Township Police Department and served 23 honorable years as a detective. Congratulations to you all. Like any athlete, we depend a lot of people to support, encourage, and support us and coach us. I'm grateful for the support and encouragement of my parents, aunts, and uncles who are represented by the daughters Gina, Jane, Lenore, Leanne, and all of my teammates. All the coaches in high school who gave me a chance, even though I never played tackle football in grade school, like Gene DePaul, Joe Owanski, and Bob Hewing. But especially the coaching of Coach John Mooney, who's back there on the table, and the late Joe Logue. The discipline and hard work ethic that they enforced were essential to me to successfully overcome the challenges of a demanding academic, military, and athletic schedule at the United States Military Academy, and the essential skills to be a member of 2 of the military's elite combat units. I have great memories like having my first start playing against the #1 team in Nebraska in Lincoln, Nebraska, and playing my last collegiate game just 10 miles up the road in the old JFK Memorial Stadium. They were great memories, but what I remember most are the people who had my 6th. Thank you.
Listening to all those kids' accomplishments, thank God they took after their mother, not their father. All right, our next inductee, Tammy Worley Kirby. She's one of the greatest all-around athletes to ever play 3 sports at Marple Newtown High School. Tigers, where's our Tiger cheerleaders? There you go. Wow, take it easy, take it easy. Nicker's going to come get you a hook. She is also one of the finest all-around athletes to come from Delaware County, one of the best NCAA lacrosse players of all time. At Marple Newtown, she was the starter of field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse for 9 seasons. An All-American in field hockey and lacrosse, a 4-time MVP, All-Central League 6 times, a 2-time Central League champion, Women's Sports Foundation top athlete in 1985, and is a member of the Marple Newtown Athletic Hall of Fame. At Penn State, she was a 4-year starter in both field hockey and lacrosse, a 4-time team captain, and a 4-time All-American. She is in the Eastern Pennsylvania Lacrosse Hall of Fame, USA Lacrosse Hall of Fame, and a member of the NCAA Lacrosse 20th Anniversary Team. As a member of the team from 1987 to 1992. She was also the NCAA Women's Lacrosse Midfield Player of the Decade and a member of the United States Touring Team in 1990. Please welcome Tammy Worley Kirby.
Wow, it's such an honor to be here tonight. I'd like to thank Gary Becker and the Delaware County Athletes Hall of Fame committee for this wonderful recognition. Congratulations to my fellow 2023 inductees. It is an honor and a privilege to be celebrating this wonderful achievement with such incredible athletes. There are so many people that have influenced me and inspired me to be my very best. I was fortunate enough to have been trained by amazing coaches. Thank you to my Marple Newtown coaches, Debbie Bonder, Wendy Smith, Ray Johnston, Joanne Yusko, for helping me build my foundation for the love of sports and for teaching me the value that hard work really does pay off. Thank you to my Penn State coaches, the late Jillian Rattray, Char Moret, and Sue Sheets. I am forever grateful for the belief they had in me, for the encouragement, and for pushing me to be the best I could be. They gave me the confidence I needed to be successful on the field and off the field. I'm a true believer you are only as good as the players that surround you. Without a doubt, I was surrounded by the best. I would never have been as successful as I was without these remarkable women who were not only my teammates, but my friends for life. This honor goes to them as well. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family. My mom and dad were my greatest fans. They never missed a game. I know they are looking down from heaven with a huge smile and a heart full of pride and joy. To my brothers and sisters, thank you for being my biggest cheerleaders. Being the youngest of 6 kids is not easy. They taught me to be competitive and tough. They are wonderful role models and have always been there for me. I love you all so much. To my husband, Glenn, thank you for your loving support and encouragement and for giving me my favorite team, our 4 sons. Glenn, Matt, Chris, and Kevin, thank you for letting me coach you when you were young. I will cherish those moments forever. I'm so proud to be your mom. In my life, I've been blessed to know some of the most generous and passionate people. Thank you. Thank you all for being part of my journey. And once again, congratulations to the class of 2023.
I don't know, Nick, we got close competition here, I think, for the hoagie. I don't know, doing good. All right, our next inductee, Charles Buff Kirkland, basketball player, graduate of Chester High School. At Cheney University, he developed quite a long resume of accomplishments. His 1970 to 72 highlights included honorable mention All-American. 1972, Charles achieved the following: All Mid-East Regional Basketball Team, UPI First Team, Associated Press Honorable Mention All-American. At Cheney, he was the all-time leading scorer, 1,682 points, the all-time leading rebounder with 1,200 rebounds, and Philadelphia area All-Star Team. He was drafted in the 8th round by the Milwaukee Bucks. He went on to spend 8 years in the Netherlands and was selected 8 years straight to the All-Star Team. He received all defensive honors for 6 years and participated in 4 national championships. Accepting for Charles Kirkland is Mr. Thaddeus Kirkland. Thank you.
Thank you. My brother Buff is unable to be with us here tonight, and so he asked me if I would say a few words in his behalf. If he were here tonight, the first thing he would say would be that he'd give honor to God for blessing him with such a long career in athletics. Secondly, he would thank his sister Leola for leading the way to Cheney University, being the pioneer that she is and was. He would say to his brother Wilbur, thank you for showing me how to be tenacious, showing me how to stay focused, and showing me how to be a better ball player all around. He would say to his family, his sisters-in-law, Sarah, and also, where'd she go? Elaine. Oh, there you are, Elaine. And he would say to his cousin, Carol, thank you for believing in me, and thank you for being here tonight. And then he would say to somebody like Eddie Swain, thank you for passing me the ball every now and then. Finally, he would say to his grandson, who is here from North Carolina, who now attends Drexel University, he would say to his grandson, thank you for following in my footsteps. Thank you for being a great athlete, and thank you for having good taste.
Hoagie.
Congratulations. I don't know, Nick. What do you think? He's in a winner? He's in there so far? He's in there. What was it? Wilbur Kirkland, a couple years ago, he was inducted, and Nick had him scared to death, and he came up here and he gave his acceptance speech, and it lasted 26 seconds. So he won by a landslide. It wasn't even close. True story. Our next inductee, Mary Quinlan, softball coach. 1971 Ridley High School graduate, where she played field hockey and softball. As a teenager, she played for the Folsomettes and the DELCO Comets. Sounds like musical groups, doesn't it? 2 outstanding women's softball teams in the 70s. Beginning in 1977, Mary played for the Sharon Hill AA women's fast pitch team in the fledgling Del Valle Women's Fast Pitch League. As a player, she participated in both league play and numerous state championships and regional qualifiers. In 1983, she retired from playing and began to coach the Sharon Hill team. Her accomplishments as a coach include 3 Pennsylvania ASA Class A state championships in 83, 84, and 86. The team's greatest accomplishment came in 1984 in the ASA National Tournament in Albuquerque, New Mexico, as they finished 7th in the nation placing 2 players on the All-American team during her tenure as coach. Her teams compiled an overall record of 184 wins and 84 losses, including 6 Del Val titles. On February 28, 2015, the 1983 Sharon Hill AA Women's Fast Pitch team became the first women's team ever inducted into the Pennsylvania State Amateur Softball Association Hall of Fame. In 1990, Mary stepped down from coaching Sharon Hill. She taught and coached for many years in the Radnor School District and is currently retired. Help me welcome Mary Quinlan.
Well, the screen says it all. The gang is all here, and without you, this recognition would not be possible. I would like to thank my teammates, friends, and family for coming today. In fact, this year is the 40th anniversary of our first state championship in 1983. This recognition tonight gives me and my teammates the ability to come together and relive our past successes as well as nurture our continued friendships. Softball taught me the meaning of responsibility, commitment, dedication, competition, and success. I am so thankful for my years of playing and coaching softball, and am proud of my team's accomplishments. I would especially like to thank those of you who were instrumental in making this induction happen today, especially Jeannie McCandless, who kept the stats so all these years later I could be recognized for the accomplishments of my great team and players. I would also like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for their continued efforts to recognize players and coaches for their dedication, hard work, and accomplishments. I would like to thank my assistant coaches, Mike Quinlan and Jeannie McCandless, and finally my teammates, who without them, none of these memories would be possible. And being as competitive as I am, I have been timing all the speeches, and I do really think that I'm going to win the hoagie.
Congratulations again. Take care of yourself. I think you may be right. I think you may be right. All right, our next inductee, Reggie Robinson for basketball. Reggie enjoyed a distinguished basketball career at Radnor High School, Villanova University, and professionally in Europe. At Radnor, he played 3 sports, football, track, and basketball. And at the time of his graduation, he was the school's all-time leading scorer in basketball and earned All-Central, All-Scholastic, and All-American prep honors. He was later put into the Radnor Hall of Fame. In Villanova, he played in over 119 games and had 11-point per game average. Total of 559 rebounds and a starter on their 1978 Elite 8 tournament team. Reggie was later inducted into the Villanova Varsity Club Hall of Fame. Upon graduation, he played professional basketball in Europe, and he has played an integral part in the Radnor Township Recreation Department by conducting free basketball clinics throughout the township, and is for many a role model for the youth of the community he has served. For the last 15 years, Reggie has battled multiple sclerosis, and by continually showing the courage and determination he demonstrated as an athlete, he is an example of a true winner in life. My pleasure to introduce Reggie Robinson.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank the board of directors and all those involved for selecting me to the DELCO Hall of Fame. It's such an honor. I also like to take this opportunity to thank those who contribute to my fundraiser as well, for those who helped to organize it, to set it off. And special thanks to the following. Mike Falcone, a man with a big heart. This particular individual has shown a number of times he is going out of his way to make sure someone else is taken care of. Whitey Rigsby, the organizer. Believe Whitey, when he sets something up, it's going to go through. And here we got Gary Beck, the fixer. Everybody knows around here that if you know him and you got a situation or a problem, that he can handle it. That's Gary Beck, the fixer. Don't get him confused now with the Michael Cohen. By no means at all is he like that. But Gary, we love you, man. As well as Gary, Joe Rogers, one of the coolest guys I know. If you ever get a chance to talk to him, you'll find out why. Keith Aaron, my man, my brother from another mother. It's my buddy here, and he's always have been. He's always been there for me. And all this time I've been dealing with the MS and prior to it, beforehand. Keith has been there, and he's always will be, and I can always count on him. And Chucky Hampshire. Lucky Chucky is what I call him. I said, if I die, I want to come back as him. Lucky Chucky, my man. And not to mention, don't forget, Jay Wright, the Iceman. Call him that because he's one of the coolest guys I know. Jay Wright. As for the next individual who I'm speaking about, it's been my teacher, my coach, and many more things that I don't have to mention. Jim Balk has been a great friend at all times. I've learned from him, not only in the classroom, but as well as on the court as well. A lot of dealings in life that he has taught me how to handle situations, think before I react, and hopefully get better results. If the opportunity came where I could give him a grade, it would be an A+. This is to Jim Balk. And finally, I would like to take this time too to acknowledge my family for having patience and tolerance of me. Dealing with me right now has been, I could say, a little difficult times, but they've been able to manage. And that is Jeremy, my son, Stephanie, my daughter, and Reggie Lynn, my daughter. Not to mention my loving wife, Janice. They all have made me so proud of them for doing what they do for me when they can do it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Reg. Our next inductee, Steve Warrington, football. Another Bulldog here. There, he's already up here. He was one of the very best athletes to come out of St. James. He was a two-way starter, as a D-back and a wide receiver in football, and an all-Catholic and all-American standout. He also handled the punting duties. He not only played exceptionally well in football, but was an All-American and All-Catholic center fielder for the Bulldogs. After St. James, he went on to Widener, where he helped his team win 2 national championships in 1977 and 1981, returning a punt 80 yards for a touchdown as a freshman in 1977. That was all fear, right? The 1977 Widener football team is in the Widener Hall of Fame. It was the first NCAA championship Widener had in any sport. Steve was also a multi-time All-American at Widener in football, and in baseball, He was an all-conference player who ended his playing career at Widener with a 31-game hitting streak. Please help me welcome Steve Warrington.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my coaches that I had from Pee Wee all the way up through college. I had some of the best coaches ever. I'd like to thank my mom and dad. They were my biggest supporters. They never missed a game. And they gave me a great family who is all here in support tonight. 5 brothers, 2 sisters. I'd like to thank all my buddies, my teammates that are here in support for me tonight, too. I'd like to thank the board of directors for this great event, along with all the people that voted for me. And congratulations to all the inductees. Thank you.
I don't know, Nick. I think we may have a winner there. We have a winner there? Maybe. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next inductee, our last one actually, Larry Yabre, basketball, Chester High School. During his tenure at Chester High in 1980, he played at Chester from 1986 to 1988. In his junior year, 1986-87, he was a starting point guard and helped Chester to a 26-4 record. And he came into his own, averaging 17 points and 6 assists per game in his senior year. He then accepted a full scholarship to Division I Coppin State in Maryland. He was named MEAC Rookie of the Year in 1988-89 and All-MEAC second team in 89-90. Larry followed up his excellent playing career with an equally stellar coaching results. After 12 years as an assistant at Chester High, he assumed a position as head coach in 2009 and went about establishing himself as one of the best coaches in Delaware County history with a record of 214, 53 over the 8 years from 2009 to 2017. His remarkable record included 5 Del Val League and 4 District 1 championships, and most significantly, back-to-back state teams in 2011 and 2012. Both of those teams won over 30 games, and the 2012 team was a perfect 32-0, which was the first undefeated season in school history, and they've had a lot of good teams at Chester High School. He was named the Associated Press High School Coach of the Year and Philadelphia Inquirer All-Southeastern Coach of the Year for 2011 and 2012, and the Delaware County Sports Figure of the Year in 2012. His daughter, Micah, will be accepting his reward. Thank you.
My family and I would like to thank Tom Trotman for nominating my father into the Hall of Fame. I will now read a letter I wrote to my dad for this achievement. Dear Dad, today is April 23rd, 2023. It's still so difficult to believe that you are really gone. There is not a day that goes by that we don't think of you and miss you. Since you left us, so many wonderful events have occurred to keep your legacy alive. In no particular order, Chester Community Charter School renamed the Aston Building the Larry Yarbrough Senior Achievement Hall. Chester High School dedicated a banner and had a ceremony in memory of you. Coppin State University basketball players wore your initials, LY, on their jerseys in your remembrance. There was a ride of silence where I rode in your honor with many other bikers. Delaware County Community College hosted a reflection and moment of silence, your 52nd birthday party celebration on December 30th. And today, you are getting inducted in the Delaware County Athletics Hall of Fame for your countless achievements as a coach. We love you, we miss you, and we are all so proud of you. I promise your legacy will continue to live on through your wife, Tammy Strain Yarbrough, your son, Larry Lamont Yarbrough Jr., and me, your daughter, Micah Janae Yarbrough, as well as a host of living family members, close friends, and many children, youth, and young adults you have touched throughout your career as a coach, mentor, and educator. Congratulations, Dad. You are a Hall of Famer. Love your mini-me, Moo.
That's a great kid there. That's a tough situation. All right, in closing, I have a couple things I'd like to do. First of all is refer to the sponsors again. I've done it twice. As I told you before, we can't do all this without our sponsors, our corporate sponsors. I don't want to tell you how much money's involved. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but they dig deep in their pockets. Membership push. If you came tonight, you like what you saw, you'd like to be involved with this, it costs you $20. All right, just go onto the website, DELCO Hall of Fame, $20, it's all done electronically. We would love to have you. At this time, would all past inductees of the Delaware County Athletes Hall of Fame please stand? Congratulations, guys and girls. None of us are getting any younger, that's for sure. All right, big moment. Hoagie winner, Nick. He's got them all timed out and everything.
Steve Warrington, 55 seconds.
Steve Warrington, 55 seconds. So, Steve, where are you, Steve? Where are you? Where is he? All you have to do is go over to Michael Cirilli's, tell him that you won either the cheesesteak or the hoagie, tell him John Leary and Nick Cirilli sent you over there, he'll tighten you up, okay? All right. To all the winners, and the inductees for this evening, a sincere, heartfelt congratulations. As I said earlier, you're in a rare group right now. And it's getting a little bit bigger, but when you consider all of the athletes that are competing in Delaware County, it's an amazing accomplishment. I would like to call up Father Charles O'Hara for our benediction. Father's another St. James High School graduate and the University of Notre Dame. Can you get through there? All right. I hope so too.
As we come to the end of this evening, let us take a moment to just pray again and seek the blessing of God to be upon us. We give thanks, Lord, for this time of gathering, this time of remembering, this time of being attentive to all the blessings that have come to us as athletes, as family of athletes, and in our journey of life to be conscious of the blessings and goodness of what we shared in life with those who have journeyed with us, taught us, played with us. May your Spirit be upon us to bring forth all that we have learned that's been holy and good. May we share that with those around us and our families. May the goodness of your blessing and wisdom be with our country, to move it in ways of holiness and goodness. May it find ways of coming together in peacefulness, be united with a common cause of bringing forth the goodness for all the people of our nation. May your blessing be with us this night. May our remembrances be a gift that we experience as a blessing. Be with all those for whom you feel your presence is needed this time. And we give thanks to Christ our Lord. Amen.
Again, we do it. You want to go this way? That's probably a better way for you. Yeah. It's tough navigation up here, Father. You gotta... All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our evening. Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. Please drive carefully. Thank you very much. Anyone that's interested in taking pictures with the Hall of Fame backdrop, help yourself.